Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None is regarded as one of the most influential pieces of English literature. Being the best-selling crime novel of all time and inspiring other iconic books and movies like Clue, it's no wonder that And Then There Were None has lived on in various adaptations to the screen and stage. The Wayne Hills Theater Workshop will be presenting the play version of this iconic murder mystery novel this fall. Starring as confident young secretary Miss Vera Claythorne, Fernanda Badillo is a sophomore who's been performing since 3rd grade. She most recently played Bertha in Pippin with us last spring. She's also an active member of the Wayne Hills Marching Band, Symphonic Band, Patriot Voices, and more. And cocky young bachelor Philip Lombard is played by Aidan Perez-Alcalde, who's brand new to the world of theater. He's been involved in choir for 6 years and recently took up percussion in our marching band. He's participated in chamber choir, concert choir, Patriot Voices, marching band, improv club, and the boys fencing team. So tell us a little bit about who you play. What has it been like for you guys to take on these new characters?
So I've actually never participated in the play before, but it's been an actual, a very fun experience. And playing Lombard is like an actual, it's really fun, but but really it's just like it's the difference between everybody like being all serious and just he's like the annoying little cousin that like constantly bothers you, and it's like, you know, he's funny sometimes, but then he just comes off as obnoxious. That's really what like Lombard is, and it's like it's such like a difference that it makes in the play. It makes it more like he stands out compared to everyone else.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the first more professional things I've done because, you know, Vera's this very confident. She kind of she wants to take control of the situation, but she also has this fear because she's in a new place with new people, with new relationships with everybody. And it's really interesting to play somebody who like is confident, but at the same time, you have this fear, you know, it's scary. And it's like my first time, you know, trying to portray this kind of person trying to take power, you know.
Yeah, so how does she like compare to other characters you've played in the past?
Well, last year I played Bertha, and Bertha is crazy. She's granny, screaming, very crazy, very similar to the character of Emily Brent in the show. Very strict, very up, you know, a little bit better. She thinks she's better than everyone. Yeah. But she has a good message in the end. And Vera's very different because she's this young girl. She's kind of exploring her new like relationships, and this is a new place and a new beginning for her, and she's trying to be more professional, and she's just, you know, a younger spirit, and she's just, you know, trying to find her way the best she can while also having this care for, you know, the people around her.
Yeah. So I know this is the first time that either of you have really been involved in like a legitimate drama as opposed to a comedy. So what does this show mean to you, being the first time that you're like telling a story without that layer of trying to make the audience laugh?
Well, it's definitely more difficult now because there's no music. It's kind of just lines. Yeah. So you really have to try to portray this like character through what you say. Like you really have to dictate what you say, and you kind of really, it's all in what you say and how you say it. And more in like Pippin, it was kind of like you say a joke, you wait for people to laugh. Here, you know, there's even a point where I'm like throwing a fit on stage, and I have to be very serious about it, and it's hard to portray, but like this show is very full of drama. Yeah. And Pippin was full of drama, but it was a different sort of drama. It was humor. This is more, you know, like craziness. You know, this is the graveness of the situation. It's more real. You can think of yourself being in the situation.
Yeah. So for people who don't necessarily know like the ins and outs of this show, these two characters, Vera and Philip, are really the ones who interact the most and grow the closest over the course of the play. So how has your like offstage relationship with each other worked its way into the dynamic that you have to put on stage?
So I think because of how much we interact with each other, it allows us to become closer friends, and because we became closer friends, that allows us to put more emotion into our performance. And you know, closer bonds you have with the people on stage, the better performance you can actually put on.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. When I first got casted, I was like, who is this? I don't really know who this person is. But over the time, and even like when we're not at rehearsal, you know, I know Aiden, marching band, all that stuff. So, you know, being friends with the person you kind of have to have this romance with makes it so much easier. You can laugh about it. You could just be like, that was really stupid, but it looks good to the audience. Yeah. So, yeah, in the end, it all works out, yeah.
So what do you think sets this show apart from other ones that people may have seen from us in the past? Why should everyone want to come see this show?
See, I think people should come see it because it's different. There isn't like, oh, I say something funny here, and then I say, ha, 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 ha. Like, it's you know, it's something like there's people to be like, oh my God, what's gonna happen next? Like people, you see people going in and off the stage, and then sometimes they just won't come back on the stage. You know, like it's something different, and it's a good kind of different. And people should come see it because it's like really fun to actually watch. Like people are going crazy on stage, and then you know, Lombard is just there's like, hey, I'm gonna say something really stupid right now. So
you kind of have to figure out the mystery. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Performances will be November 30th through December 2nd at 7 p.m. Tickets can be purchased at the door for $13 or at the ticket booth during lunch for $10 starting on November 27th. Thank you and have a great day, Wayne Hills.